Now, as you'll recall, the Democratic National Committee and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the former chair, was sued by people who supported Bernie Sanders. Basically, Bernie Sanders was going to win the popular vote to be the head of the party, and then WikiLeaks documents revealed how they purposely kept Bernie Sanders out of it and made Hillary Clinton the winner, despite the fact that the party says that they actually vote on the leadership. Now, that lawsuit has gone to court. What's very interesting is that now the Democratic National Committee has filed a motion to dismiss the case, basically saying that the vote doesn't mean anything and that they can choose anyone they want to be leadership. Now, the class action filed suit was filed in 2016 and accuses the DNC and Schultz of 7 different violations, including fraud, negligent misrepresentation, unjust enrichment, and negligence. Now, the donors making contributions to the DNC and Bernie Sanders campaign, understanding with the idea that the presidential primaries would be conducted in a fair manner, and are now seeking damages for being misled. The DNC is governed by the charter and bylaws of the Democratic Party. The DNC chair should exercise impartiality and even-handedness as between the presidential candidates and campaigns, reads Article 5, Section 4 of the charter. Now, the plaintiff's lawyer, Jared Beck, makes the argument, people paid money in reliance on the understanding that the primary elections for the Democratic nominee, the nominating process in 2016, were fair and impartial, and that's not just a bedrock assumption that we would assume just by virtue of the fact that we live in a democracy, and we assume that our elections are run in a fair and impartial manner. But that's what the Democratic National Committee owned charter says. It says it in black and white. The defendant's lawyers say that the suit is based on an internal rule, which it cannot be enforced, and that the term impartial cannot be defined. Now, here's the actual defense that they're using. They say, we could have voluntarily decided that, look, we're going to go into back rooms like they used to and smoke cigars and pick the candidate that way. The DNC's lawyer, Bruce Spiva, told the Florida court. So it's very obvious to anyone who's paying attention that the vote within the Democratic Party doesn't actually mean anything, and that if you are a supporter of the Democratic Party and you voted for a candidate or have ever voted for a candidate, it means nothing. They only tolerate the vote so long as it's what they want. And this goes into so much more that I have been saying, and that all Marxists have been saying about bourgeois parliamentarism. There is no change. There is no working within the system. It does not work that way. The system is designed to protect itself and will use hook or crook to make sure that its representatives of the ruling class, or whichever section of the ruling class they particularly represent, will be the ones that kept in power. I kept saying this about First Worldists and Bernie Sanders. Sanders won't change anything. Voting for Bernie Sanders won't change anything. And here's a perfect example. Here's the party that he was a part of, outright saying, your vote doesn't matter. We let you vote so long as you vote for what we say you can. And it's right in front of our faces. Now, the really sad part about this is that the new Bernie Sanders has already appeared, the new candidate of hope and change, and it's totally different this time. It's not like it was with Obama. It's not like it was with Bernie Sanders. This one's real change. This is Representative Tulsi Gabbard. Now, this is in line to be Bernie Sanders' surrogate of the people who say that they're really going to change things, and they're going to be the new candidate that's going to lead you down the false road thinking that you can change the system. Now, she has gone so far as saying she'll vote for Hillary Clinton in November. In other words, the Democratic Party is looking for a leadership, and it looks like Hillary Clinton's going to be coming back and taking the reins again. And she has said she will vote for Hillary Clinton. But this is also the one that's giving us the new image of the new perception. Oh, it's going to be different this time, because this time it's going to be a real change. And as per usual, liberals just keep falling for it. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.